Mm.
Now the light's on.
There we go.
Nope, not yet.
We're live now, is.
Oh, there we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 45 of Figure Banging. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully, Chris didn't steal too much of our audience. Fucking bastard. He's going live.
He's done.
Oh, he's done? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Going live 20 minutes before we go live. What the fuck is that about? All right, so joining us tonight. Why is Matt first? What the fuck? Matt's not going first. Brian,
Yo,
what's up?
what's up, man? Happy hump day, people. I hope you guys are ready. We have a special treat today.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be something different. I haven't bought anything, and I thought I was going to have to go to the backlogs, but thankfully something literally came today.
Yay.
Yeah, man. We got something with moving parts, so I know everybody's getting excited now.
Okay.
Matt.
Huh? Oh, you froze.
Asian kid Matt.
Yo, that's me. What's up, everybody?
That's all he got. Fucking ditched us last week, and now that's all he's got. No wonder he's on his way out.
Well, if anyone
Join
wants
us.
to buy a car.
Also joining us tonight, special guest, match replacement, Mr. JD.
Hi, everybody.
JD Kid
Hey,
Matt?
buddy.
Okay.
JD Kid Matt.
No.
We also got Sleepy Dust, so he's going to be a background.
Mhm.
And there's the snores.
Oh, I thought that was him for a sec.
No. It was me.
All right, so like I said, I thought this was going to be a reach into the bin, find something somewhat recent that I haven't done because I haven't bought anything. But literally this evening when I got home, there was something waiting for me, and it was this guy. Little switch. Come on. There we go.
Straight from Canada.
Ooh.
So this is the TFCON exclusive version of Calidus, and they are calling it Asterisk mode. So all these convention versions of MMC figures are calling them Asterisk mode. You can see it's on the box right there.
He's purty.
It also comes in the same. Real quick, I don't usually show boxes, but it comes in the kind of the standard MMC style box. But this time we got the slipcase, kind of the way they've been doing these convention exclusives over the green box with the silhouette. And what's interesting is the retail release is just a regular box because they stopped doing the window boxes.
Yep.
But this one actually does come in a window box.
Well then.
Pretty cool.
And that's nice, because it is an exclusive, you know?
Mhm.
So put a little extra effort into it.
Artwork on the box is also pretty nice on the slipcover. It does like a half wrap around. It goes over this corner and then the front, and then it's white all the way around. But so it is an asterisk mode because that's what they're calling all their convention exclusive versions. So this is their version of Hot Rod Calidus, but this is in the Lost Light, the new run of the comic. It's called Lost Light, and so this is the repaint. Yeah, well, I'm not even up to that. I'm actually backlogged like a fucking
I haven't
8 months
read
or
one.
a year or
I
something.
haven't read one in like a year and a half. So
Yeah, I'm on like 45 or something, so I'm backlogged.
I think
I gotta catch up.
I'm backed up all the way. I finished Combiner Wars, and then I haven't read anything since.
I actually haven't finished Combiner Wars. I got to the part where they formed the fucking Super Optimus. It's a shitty comic. That's a shitty run.
I'll never fucking read it.
So this is the colors that he's in the comic right now, as opposed to his classic colors of the red and orange and gold. I wasn't gonna buy it, but I kind of bought it. It's just not here. I just didn't get it yet. My main problem with that thing was the price, but anyway. So here he is in his car mode. I know. Yeah. Here he is in his car mode. It is his. In the comics, they don't transform a ton. Like once in a blue, they'll transform. Like the best one ever was the transformation party when they're trying to figure out what wrong is. And they're all hanging around.
Oh yeah.
And they're all like, "Come join us for an old party." Like, how are you gonna drink your drinks if you're in alt mode? But
Ha.
so instead of the normal red and orange and gold colors, we've got this kind of real dark blue, this like magenta-y purple, and this light blue, which is pretty nice. It's a pretty neat color scheme. You know, it doesn't evoke Rodimus so much, you know, for the classic standpoint, but it is a nice color scheme. It is evocative of what he looks like now. You'll see in the front here, he has these spiky bits and stuff. So so everything on this guy is completely the same in terms of accessories, parts, and everything. It's literally just a straight up recolor. So all this stuff comes with the retail release. But this bit pegs on the front. It pegs on extremely tight. I don't know if it's like this on the retail release yet, but that's a tight fit. Just pegs on like that. So this is his Energon bow. It's an homage to the animated Transformers animated version of Rodimus.
Oh yeah.
It is kind of tight on the retail release too.
Yeah.
These bits fold in. And other than that, it's just one piece. But I'll kind of show that off a little bit more in robot mode. He also comes with his gun, which is very. Did he ever have a gun in the comics? I don't remember him ever having an actual gun in the comics.
I mean, does he really need one? Because he's got his
That's
arm
what
things.
Yeah, he usually uses the arm blasters. I don't know why, but it is very reminiscent. It's very reminiscent of like the G1 Rodimus gun with the fins.
Yep.
And it is cast in the same purplish. I don't know if it's like purple or dark blue. It's like a really deep blue, almost purple. I'm pretty sure it's two pieces glued together because it looks like there's a seam down in here. But regardless, it's there's no paint on it or anything. And we were trying before the show to figure out if it plugs in alt mode. So I literally just got this when I came home from work, opened the box, transformed it real quick without the instructions, and I was just trying to mess with it a little bit. So I don't know if it says in the instructions if it's pegged in anywhere. The only place it looks like it could peg in is either in here, but it's a square peg in a round hole, so I'm not going to force that. And it looks like it might peg in over here because there's a bit of a gap, but we were trying before the show every which way, and I couldn't figure out a way to get it in there without just literally jamming it in there and saying, it's in there. So
Yeah, and I wouldn't force it up top if it doesn't go, because if it creates a stress mark there, it'll fucking look awful.
Yeah, it'll look terrible. When you have the dark colors like that.
Yeah.
The white. Yeah. So here he is in his alt mode. It's almost like a trike. So we got the two wheels in the front, and then we've got two tiny wheels back here. On a slick surface like this, it doesn't roll well at all. It just skates. The clearance is pretty tight, but it is like I can see the wheels turning. It's just there's not enough friction on this to grip, so it doesn't turn. The wheels don't spin very well. But I'm sure there's something to be fine. It is very compact. You got the clear cockpit. Unfortunately, it doesn't open or anything. It is what it is. It's just a decorative piece. All the wheels turn. They are plastic wheels. They're not rubber. And I think they're all screwed in.
Yeah,
seeing it.
Yeah, that's the only gripe I have with it so far that I see is I thought
Plastic
it would
wheels?
look better if the wheels were black or gray or something.
Yeah. Again, I'm not caught up on the comics. I know I've seen pictures of him like this. I just don't know if they're supposed to be black or not. It's a nice compact. This is literally the first time I'm messing with it, so I'm really just checking it out for the first time. But it is a nice compact alt mode. No real kibbly bits, nothing really out of the place. The only aesthetic issue is you can see the elbow joints in there, which isn't really a big deal. And also these, so you can see how the pipes come around. This side pegs in pretty well. This side on mine doesn't really want to peg in too great. It lines up and it's fine. It's not going anywhere. It's not structural. It's just that side doesn't peg in too great. But other than that, you got his pipes that extend. These actually come out. This one's actually fallen out like 3 times. I thought I broke it, but they actually do pop out.
Oh, so they do come out.
Yeah, and they're actually keyed. I don't know if it's going to focus, but there's a notch in the pipe. Probably not going to focus.
What's the point of that?
So it can't spin inside there.
Okay.
There is a little bit of a hollowy bit. So that goes on the inside.
Yeah, and so you don't put it in backwards.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure they do all come out. Some of the rest of these are kind of stiff. And it is a little bit, I think it's a little bit of a softer plastic. But it's still pretty stiff. You can definitely jam your eye out with it, which is nice.
No, that's always nice.
They are pointy, but they're not super sharp. But that's pretty much it for alt mode. We'll do a quick size comparison.
Climb down.
So he's actually a little bit longer, just because of this cow catcher, I guess, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah,
You line him up. Not a ton. He's also a little fatter. That's lined up, so yeah, you can see a little bit of it.
Cybertronian car.
So it's actually decently sized for Masterpiece if you really wanted to. It's really a chug sized figure. It really fits more with the reformatted stuff. But yeah, so let's. Any other questions before we transform it?
Nope.
Nope.
Is it just from? Is that purple all painted, or is that just purple plastic? Like the whole body. Just kind of curious.
This is paints.
Just
this is
the
definitely
details.
this dark blue is definitely the plastic.
Okay.
There's no finish on it. This purple is definitely a piece of plastic. You can see that there's a gap in there. This purple is paint, and it actually matches more or less perfect. I really don't see a shade difference. I think this is plastic. This purple. And there's really no difference between those shades. I think it's mostly plastic. I think there's some blue paint on the shins, which we'll get to. But so I think the vents here and then these inlays are purple, are paint, and this is all plastic. But it matches basically perfectly.
Cool. Hey,
this is probably paint.
Did the fins on yours pop out? One of mine pops out. I think
these.
Yeah, mine. I think when I was manhandling.
No.
Yeah.
Mine do.
Yeah, mine. One of mine does. I think it looks like it was glued in there. Maybe I just kind of got it loose.
I'm definitely not gonna force it, but just giving it a tug, they don't come out.
All right.
All right. So I've never transformed this back into robot mode, so I know this slides open. So we do have a slidey joint. Okay, so let's see.
Robot mode.
So this all has to come out. Let's see, what's the easiest way to do it? Probably split this first, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it comes in robot mode, right?
Yeah. So this is going to end up being the chest. We got to fold these bits in, right? Let me know if I do anything wrong. That's going to damage it. This all's got to come up. It's a fairly simple transformation. It's not overly complicated, but it's pretty decent.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun compared to the last one that I got from MMC. So,
what was the last? The last one was Tarn, no?
The last one I got was Dickamus.
Dickamus.
I did not buy that.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
So the feet go on the feet are on a slider, right? So are they supposed to be back for robot mode? Does it not matter?
He's got heel spurs. You can pull them out.
Yeah, I got the heel spur, but it slides forward and back on that joint.
It slides.
Like that. See, like that, and then you can pull it forward. I just don't know if it's supposed to be.
I would say pull
it. For robot mode.
I would say pull it forward. Shit, that's probably why I didn't get it to transform right the second time. I didn't realize.
There's that. So the legs are done. So the only thing that's kind of weird is there's a clearance issue from here to here. So this is on a separate rail system, whatever, because it's got a spin around in the middle. I think I think unpegging the arms would give it a little bit more clearance. There we go.
Does it have an ab crunch? You can bend it and do it?
No. Nope. I did it anyway. And then the head pretty sure I just pulled down on this. I just don't want to rub the chin There we go. This should come down, right? Yep. And does this peg in? Does this peg back in or no?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Just leave it in the up position, and then it'll lock in when you start messing with the arms.
Oh, like the arms lock into the wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this
This has
transformation.
got to come open.
It's fun.
Yeah, man, feels like a good old chug, like in the good old days.
So this pegs into this peg, the little tiny peg. Is that right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Seems like it.
Is it in? No.
Yeah, move the camera up. There you go. Nope, you're still out of frame.
I know, because I'm trying to look at it and see what I'm doing.
Ah.
There we go. Oh, see this? Look at this one. The same one keeps popping off. I thought I broke it, and I didn't.
Do
This
those
one's
serve
loose
a
for some
purpose in
reason.
robot mode?
You broke up.
What'd you say there, Matt?
Do those serve a purpose in robot mode? Or
What
is that
does?
just the spikes or the exhaust pipes?
Are you serious?
I don't know. I don't have a figure.
Dude, you've
Oh,
seen the
man.
86 movie, right?
Do you know who Rodimus is?
Yes, but I didn't know if the comic was different. Because Rodimus clearly doesn't have a bow and arrow in the G1 movie. So,
No, but he does an animated.
all right then. That just proves my point.
So I believe that's correct, right? Any major glaring problems? Am I good?
Nope.
Very good.
What the hell does he need exhaust ports for in friggin' robot mode?
Oh my god.
Kill
Like,
him,
I'll give
man.
you.
shoots him like, his arm.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, duh. There.
There's a hole in
Pew
the
pew
shuttle.
pew pew pew.
That's right. Don't you remember? There's a hole in the shuttle.
You got the Wolverine claws. There you go. 2 for 1.
Mine did this though. I don't know if you guys can see that.
A little dark. What popped off?
Oh,
He
shit.
popped the chest
Chest
off.
piece?
Chest. Yo, underneath it, there's a
Wow, when they use the shittiest glue possible?
Is there a
there
Matrix?
No, there's a little spot for an Autobot symbol though. It's like a cutout for the Autobot
Oh.
symbol.
Underneath the chest?
Yeah. Hold on, let me turn my light up, then you guys can see it.
That'd be cool if they had like a molding for like the Matrix or something.
Well, he had the Matrix welded to him for a
Shut
while.
the-
Okay.
Did he?
So, I don't know if you can.
Oh yeah.
It's actually molded underneath there and everything.
Huh.
So I guess they were originally not going to have that piece on top.
Yeah,
Wow.
looks like they were gonna paint it on the chest. The
Fight
flame
against
or
the last
whatever.
minute.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
why it pops off so easily.
Okay, so here he is in his robot mode. Right off the bat, you can see it's pretty clean. I mean, the only real kibbly bits are these panels on the backs of its legs, and it's really not
Looks like
not bad.
Calidus.
Backpack cleans up well. Not too shabby. We'll run down. Let's run through articulation real quick. So he's got a ball-jointed head. He can't look down. There's also a cutout in that flap for his chin. So it's actually sits in that little groove to make him look directly straight. He gets some waggle. Actually, a decent amount of waggle. Give him that. He's got a separate hinge on the base of the ball peg mostly for transformation, but it gives you a bunch more up, which is nice. The only thing I could have wished for is maybe a little bit more down, but beggars can't be choosers. It's not
Sure
hateful.
they can.
It's not hateful.
No, that's a deal breaker.
Shoulders are on a bit of a wonky system, so this one likes to come unpegged.
You know, it's
So
funny. Mine was coming unpegged till I just left it alone for like a couple days, and now it's in there really
That's
well.
fine.
Yeah, it's very strange.
The humidity makes it expand.
Oh, it could be it. It's been
So,
fucking hot this week.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Don't get me started. So the shoulder comes out on this separate joint like this. It pulls away from the body. So it's mostly for to for hiding it, kind of, so that looks obnoxious if you leave them out like that.
Yeah.
But if you pose them and finagle them, they look fine. But it's just for clearance, basically. So let's see. He's got a friction rotation. The only hindrance is the wings. So he can't go all the way around, but he can go around it. He can go straight out to there, which is pretty good. It does show that joint is a little obnoxious, but it's not worse.
That's not
You can
hateful.
get it to like there without really seeing the joint too much, but not that bad. And then is it on a separate joint for that? No, it's just on that double hinge on that joint. No other separate joint. So out to there. Biceps swivel. Yep. Double bended elbows, mostly for the transformation, but it obviously helps us there. They added an extra little piece on the elbow, so it's not obnoxious, which I definitely like. That's the problem with double joint elbows. You usually get the elbow where it's just a flat piece and you lose everything, but they molded that extra little piece in there. So that's thoughtful. Forearm swivel, which you don't really see a lot of. I thought this bit swiveled, but it doesn't. The bit with the exhaust, that's glued on there. That's not going nowhere. Fists, I believe, are on a ball joint. Yeah, they're on a ball joint, so you get rotation. It's actually not that hindered by the exhaust. You can actually basically you can get all the way around, which is pretty nice. Fingers, thing. He's got, yes. So it's typical, actually not typical Masterpiece, it's typical more MMC. So the bottom three are permanently curled, and they're hinged on a separate joint, and then the pointer finger is also permanently curled on its own separate joint. So he's got this, and then this. This isn't the best, but it's not that bad. He's got no ab crunch, but he does swivel. It is slightly hindered by the backpack, by the cockpit, but you literally have to get 90 degrees sideways before it's hindered, so I wouldn't call that a hindrance.
Yeah. Just the slightest to look natural on its own anyway.
So the only real issue I've seen so far is the hips. He does have, so he's got ratcheted outward hips to there, so he can get, say, 95 on the Van Damme. But he's got the ratchets too far syndrome, where one click out is a little bit too far.
Oh, God.
I don't understand.
Which is unfortunate.
Why they put ratchets on this. It doesn't make any sense.
Or at least more of them they should. Like, ugh.
But why?
So
He's light. You don't really need ratchets on this figure.
The teeth are a little too far apart. So you do have a little bit too much of a wide A stance. You can fake it till you make it, but unfortunately that's stock straight, and that's one click out.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. It's not a deal breaker. I've seen worse. I've seen better. So just something to be aware of. Stupid tight friction.
Yep.
Forward and back. So forward, he can go straight out. Back, he can go straight back. It's hindered very, very, very slightly. It's like it's not perfect 90 degrees, but it's like 87 degrees. I'm going to buy a protractor just for this. So this one is less stupid tight, but it's still pretty stupid tight. This side. I don't know why they couldn't use that for the outward. That would have made more sense to me. But thigh swivel, not hindered at all by this side, whatever the hell it is, a hip thigh skirt. I don't know what the hell you would call it. Thigh piece. Like it looks like it would be hindered, but it's not hindered until you go like that, and at that point you're breaking your leg anyway. So that's good. Let's check the knees. Knees, single joint. Oh, but what's neat is, so this bit right here continues on through the back of the knee, so you actually get past 90 degrees. It's not full rotation because you have the wheel well stopping it anyway, but it actually has that has a dimple in the back of the leg, which I actually like. So you get almost double joint articulation from it, which is neat. And then,
wow.
and then you've got what looks like ratchet teeth, I guess gear teeth or whatever, to continue the sculpt so it doesn't look obnoxious in the front. So that's pretty well done. I like that.
But the knee's not ratcheted though.
No, the knee is friction. The only ratchets I've seen is that.
The hips.
I haven't found any other ones yet. So the feet are on a slider, like I said before. So they can go back to there. Maybe I should show it on this one. It would be a little easy. Actually, let me just flip it around. So it can slide back to there, and then it can pull forward. This joint's tight too. To there, and it clicks in. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to be for robot mode, but it's.
I check pictures.
Doesn't matter.
Slide them front. Yeah.
So they don't really need to be in the back then because they have to be this way for transformation because they got to go up like that for transformation.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's weird.
So I guess if you want it, I guess that's more of a personal preference thing in the end. But so he's got that sliding joint counts as articulation. He's got a heel spur, so you got from there straight to actually it does go backwards. You need it. No toe hinge or anything, but we do have ankle tilts than inward, which is unfortunate. Again, I don't know why all you gotta do is add a joint in there.
Only
I don't
Make Toys.
understand
Here's your plea.
I don't understand what's so hard. Make Toys figured it out. You cut right there, you put a hinge, boom, ankle tilt. It's actually not too bad. Let's see how. Yeah, he can't sit, so he can't go flat-footed that far out, unless maybe no. So to get him flat-footed, you're really only going like one tilt out. You can fake it till you make it. It's not the worst. That's the end of the world.
Fake it till you
So he's
make
got.
it.
That's weird though. He's got more outward than inward, which is annoying, but it's not the worst. And then forward up to there, and you can point straight. That's information, but use it if you want it. So you can actually kind of pull them out in between the clicks of the ratchets, and it's actually a lot nicer of an A stance. It's like that's stock straight, and then so that's one click out, and you can actually pull them out and use the friction of the ratchets to get like that. That's not too bad.
Yeah, at least they're soft ratchets. They're not a hard ratchet.
I don't think there's a spring in there, so you don't got to worry about destroying anything.
Yeah.
So accessories. Let's see how well he holds his gun. More or less fine. There's no tab slot or anything, so it's just friction, but no real problem. It's not going nowhere. So that's what he looks like. He looks like with his gun. Again, as far as I know, no place to store it, right?
Here, right here. Look, I got mine.
Yeah, but you gotta. Yes, I don't want to. The problem is I don't want to jam the square peg in the round hole.
It should fit. I mean, mine kind of went right in. So.
Well, this one's tight. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to force that.
Ace, maybe. Never mind. I don't think that's gonna work. I saw there's a port. There's a port on his back on the side.
In here?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll fit. That would look stupid though. Never mind.
I don't know why we don't get more. Here's a little rant. I don't know why we don't get magnets in. Put a magnet in here. Put a magnet on there. Boom.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't get more of that. Magnets aren't expensive, so I don't know what's. I think that would be a smart move. Third parties, listen, do that. You don't got to pay me nothing. Just do it. Holds his bow just fine. I've seen people run a string between here and here to create like an energon field or whatever to make it look like there's a string of energon. Cool. Like use like a pink string or something so it looks like it's glowing. You can do it any way you want. So you can fold them up like this if you want. You can have it coming out of his hand kind of like that if you want. Really any which way you want. Or you can do what most people do, and what I'm probably going to be doing is leaving that in the box. But if you want to store it, I know you can store it. I believe you can actually use these pegs too. Let me see. No, they don't fit. So you can store it in probably the stupidest way I've ever seen storing a weapon. I'm sure somebody will come along and fix it, and somebody else will make something stupider. But you can plug this in here. That plugs in fine using a peg on either one of these, and you can plug that in there, and then you can leave that like that or fold them up, and you can have the bow across his back, and then you have an extra figure's worth of depth behind him. So it's not like you can't put him flat against the wall or anything.
Maybe these pointy things pull out.
No, I'm pretty sure this is one piece.
He's gonna break it,
and it's just painted. Don't try to make me do things to break things. I know what you're doing.
I mean, it looks cool from the front, but yeah, from the back.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't. If you're gonna have this in a display, that means you can't have anything anywhere near the back of it. Otherwise, it's gonna get knocked over.
Unless you put in that shelf, right between where the crack is.
Or you do what you really should do and fold this up, put it back in the Ziploc bag it came in, and leave it in the box.
That's not fun.
But then your alt mode's gonna look crappy.
Yeah. That is true. It does make the bumper look nice. He does have one other accessory. So he comes with the same alternate head the retail release comes with, which probably won't focus, but we'll try it anyway.
It's too close.
Let me see if I can force it to focus.
Focus.
Almost.
Focus.
Almost.
You need a piece of paper you can hold up or something. There you go.
His hand's not wide enough.
My hand's not wide enough.
No, you need a darker texture, I think. There we go.
Let's see it. So you can see. So this face. You can see in his mouth, he has a more of a smirking face, which is more evocative of Rodimus, as opposed to the. This is more of a.
Did they use
more of a stoic face?
Did they use metallic paint for the eyes?
Yep. So what color are the eyes of the retail release?
They're metallic blue.
Cool.
So these are metallic green.
Oh, neat.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool. So that's the only difference. I don't see too much difference in the head sculpt.
It's just the mouth. It's just the smirk.
Oh wow.
Unfortunately, these aren't a pull off the bowl joint type head. It is a screw on, so I don't have a screwdriver in hand. I'm doing that right now anyway. But
not yet.
The alternate head does look tons nice. I don't know why they went with this one as stock.
Well, at least they gave the option. That's nice.
But this smirky head is tons better. It's exactly the same except for the mouth. All the paint's the same. The purple paint on top of there's actually more paint probably on the head than anywhere else. Because you have the purple along the top and on the sides. This blue is paint. The face is probably a separate piece. But there's even a little bit of paint on the crest there, which is nice. All the paint on here is done well. I believe this blue is paint on the thigh piece, on the upper thigh piece, and then this blue is plastic, I believe.
I think on mine the face is
painted. Or it's the other way. Hold on, I'm looking at mine. I can't see, but I can't really
tell it's painted.
If it's painted on retail, it's painted on this. I just can't really. Yeah, you know what? I can see there's a little bit of overspray on the bottom.
Yep.
It's probably not going to focus. It's probably going to be too tight, but you can see there's a little bit of white on the bottom of the crest, on the helmet there. Yeah, you can see right there. There's a little bit of overspray. So yeah, it is painted. But I mean, the paint is done very, very well.
Yep.
Which is neat. And also, these bits are painted. So these silver bits for the tailpipes are all painted. And I believe these purple bits are painted. All the paint on it, there's not a ton of paint. There's no finish on it, unfortunately, which is a little weird for the price because the retail release is what, $90?
Yep.
Damn.
What was that one? 110?
Honestly, I don't know because I just paid for it together. I think it was 120 or 130 Canadian.
Huh.
That sounds right.
Oh, by the way, I don't even know if I said. Did I fucking thank him? I don't know if I thanked him.
Yet. No, you did.
Yes,
thanks. You did.
I did?
No.
Okay.
You mentioned it in pre-show.
Did I? I don't know if I mentioned it or not. But huge thank you to Iron Claw, Matt, for picking this guy up for me. And I also got the Terra Aegis custom, the Diaclone version. But we went with this guy for tonight's show. But huge thanks to him for getting these guys for me. I really do appreciate it. And huge thanks to Tyler F for shipping them out to me. Because Matt's a Canuck, and it would have cost more money for shipping, so he gave him to Tyler to ship.
So you had two.
I had double mules.
Yeah.
I was double fisting them mules. Yeah, so huge thanks to those guys for hooking me up. But this side doesn't want to stay pegged in. If you leave it for a while, like you said, they'll probably be fine. That's the one thing. That's really my only real gripe besides those ankle tilts. The hip ratchets. I don't know why I said ankle tilts. I'm not a big fan of when they plug the arms into the chest, like anything like that. Like MP Hot Rod does it, and I was really worried about that, but at least that does it better. Peg for that to stay in.
Yeah. So mine, it wasn't like when I moved the arm, it would come unpegged, but then but if I plugged it back in and just sat it there, it did stay pegged in. And now
because I'm messing with it.
Yeah, now it's pegged in, and it's not. I'm moving the arm, and it's not coming out. So,
this side's a lot stronger.
Yeah, you know what I might? Maybe it's the humidity.
Could be. I might. It did sit on a truck all goddamn day, so. Probably just turn of that screw.
When's the humid season in China? That's when you don't want to buy figures. Then they'll all come back all loose.
I think it's just always humid in China. I think the humid season in China is all the time.
Maybe Fansoys is trying to compensate. Then that's why everything squeaks.
That's why everything squeaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
So let's do a quick comparison. I didn't know who the hell to grab.
Springer?
No, I didn't grab Springer.
Ultra Magnus?
I couldn't. Ultra Magnus was in the back. I was gonna knock everything over. So here he is with. Tailgate. I figure at least a couple of Lost Light guys. Here he is with Wobbly Head Brainstorm.
That looks nice.
Wow, I like that.
So you can see this is definitely going for the chuck scale.
So, how do you guys feel about Rodimus here? I think he's a Voyager height, right? For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like in between.
So,
this is a retail Voyager, and he's probably half a head taller.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think Generation Springer is probably gonna be the same height as him. I expect. But like my other chug figures, like Drift and whoever else, I mean, they're deluxes, so they're not gonna,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rodimus is taller in the books. He's not like hugely tall. Yeah, he's not like towering.
Oh, okay.
He's not Ultra Magnus height. Just because I got him down here. There he is with an MP car.
No, they both have the leg issues.
I feel like they're less obtrusive on him, but we'll leave him here for shits and giggles. And because he's down here,
make toys let down beat.
Lavender Wave.
Dust is awake. There he is with Lavender Wave.
Aw. Someone else in his color palette.
Yeah, about that.
So yeah, I think he's about the right size, more or less.
Not bad.
I love those colors. I love them.
I mean, I think this is definitely the more. If you're only going to get one, if you're only going to get one, you probably should get the retail release just because it's the more iconic colors.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't care about that, I think this is a more striking color palette. It just depends on how slavish you are to color to the original.
It's definitely a good idea for an exclusive. I think.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
That was
honestly,
really smart.
yeah, honestly, MMC does do very smart exclusives like the Sphinx.
Yep.
The clear Sphinx. That's perfect. This guy, the Azalea Asterisk mode was a smart. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't think we got to go into much more detail. Is there any other questions? Anything in the chat
Nope.
besides the usual bullshit?
There's not much going on tonight, but P-Shrek, when you said if you're gonna get one, I guess get 3, 2, 1. He's like, oh, you mean just get the cheaper one?
I'll tell you the truth. I paid retail for both of them for the con prices, but because the dollar is strong, it was $200 for him and Trailbreaker. So I don't know how that works out. For how much each one is, but even if that's $100 each, that's still $10 more.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
So did you say 200 for both you paid?
For both.
Damn.
Because the Canadian dollar so shitty right now that we benefit from that.
So let's see here. 200. That would be 252 Canadian dollars.
For both of them.
Yep. So basically about 125 was the con price, I guess, for each.
I would assume the other one was more money.
You think?
I would assume.
Wasn't Road Crane and Sphinx the same price in Chicago? I can't remember now.
I think Sphinx was 130. No. Maybe. I think it was about 130. US.
Cool.
I think Canadian. I think the Toronto one. I think I paid 110 shipped. But again, that's because the Canadian dollar is weak right now.
It looks like the Canadian dollar and the US dollar were right at the same in 2013, if anyone cares. I'm just looking at a graph. So.
Man, the last Toronto one I went to was 2015. That's actually where I met Bobby the first time. Holy shit, the fucking Canadian dollar was really, really in the gutter.
Yeah.
I got crazy good deals on like G1 Pretenders. I was paying almost half price of what they go for in America.
Yeah, it looks like it was really bad last summer too. Not that this is a financial show or anything.
Well, why don't you tell us how the commodity how are the commodities doing? How's wheat? Where are we at wheat?
I don't know. Let me ask Google.
How much is wheat? All right, any other questions?
Nope.
You want to run down the Chatty chat?
Hold on, I was just looking at the wheat commodity price per bushel. And it is currently $5.02 per bushel. So
is that good?
I don't know. People also ask, how much is wheat per bushel? What is the price of a bushel of corn? How many bushels of wheat are in an acre? What is a bushel of wheat?
What is wheat?
It's a funny word, bushel.
So, is there any word of these exclusives being released yet? As far as
not that I know,
Steel
but
Express
I wouldn't be. I would check. Keep an eye on Planet Steel Express and
BBTS.
Ages 3 and up.
Yeah.
And friend Lenny, he'll post that thing in a heartbeat.
Yeah. just follow Lenny on everything.
Yep. All right. So in the chat, we had MP Collector in there, Lord Shadowkeeper, KJ Smith, Kenny Prime, Jisk One, Nostalgic.
You mean Jizzcone?
Jiskone.
Jiskone.
Mr. Pinkerton was in there. Primacon, Craig R, Paul S, and internet personality Justin L. And he said, give you that, for you to give him that damn thing right now.
Okay, here you go. I'm gonna just jam it in here. Did you get it? Did you get it yet?
Right through the lens.
Oh, and Paul said that Sphinx was 120 in Chicago and Haller was 130.
There you go. I don't remember.
God, I was
Haller.
forking over freaking bills like crazy. I wasn't even keeping track.
I know. I was standing next to him. I helped him negotiate on that Evangelion problem.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I'm keeping it in check this year for sure.
There's not much I'm going to buy.
Yep.
So I'm not too worried.
All right.
My first TFCON. Holy shit! I think I spent about $2,200 the first TFCON.
Wow.
Damn.
That's kind of what I'm expecting to do.
But that was, you have to realize that was my first convention, and that was mostly vintage. I got put it this way, I got all the Dinobots complete.
Mm-hmm.
I got Triptychon complete.
Damn.
So I got a whole bunch of other shit. All right, so I think that's about gonna do it for us. I'm assuming everybody digs this guy.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good figure, if anyone's just wondering. I mean, we just reviewed
The
it here.
yeah.
But
The only thing that really bothers me about him is the freaking price, but
yeah.
at least on the retail release. But
MMC's consistent
It's-
with that high price.
yeah, it is a good figure though. It's a little bit, but it's better than I was expecting, so that's pleasant. But yeah, I think it's gonna do it for us tonight. We'll I'm not gonna drag it out. Dust is sleepy. He wants to go to bed anyway. And that's pretty much everything we got to say. Brian, where can they find you?
Facebook, Brian Brink. Instagram, Brinkalizer. That is it.
Matt. I shouldn't have gone to you, but we'll go to you.
Agent Kim at Instagram, Agent Kim at YouTube, Facebook, Matt Hawkins. That's about it for now.
Trying to sell cars.
Yeah, but I'm not
JD?
putting that out there.
JD.
You can find me on Facebook, JD Brocious, or Instagram at Pigment Surgery. Wednesdays, every other Wednesdays with you guys here, and Tuesdays on the Hangout. Thanks for having me.
Dust, you want me to do you? Oh, no. I guess so. Dust Mite's on Instagram. Eddie Dust Mite's in the group. Corporal Lau, all that stuff. You guys should know by now. I'm Ace Milo, at Ace Milo on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the hell you want. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. You know where they are. If not, just follow the Cool Table group on Facebook. Kind of beating a dead horse with that stuff, but you guys should know. If you haven't checked out all the other Cool Table shows, be sure to check them out. Yeah, I think that's just about going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching the fact. Thank you, JD, for joining us last minute, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.